There he is, locked and loaded and ready to go. How you feeling, baby? Feeling good?
I'm doing good, Big O. How you been, man?
It's Friday. I am headed out to go see Dirty Honey tonight in Orlando.
Dirty Honey,
I'm gonna be,
wow.
yeah, really, really good young rock band, and they are talented. And I'm a big fan of theirs. They're not coming down to Miami, which is no surprise. So I got to travel up. I'm going to take the wife with me and have a little rock and roll night tonight.
Hey, you
So
enjoy, man. That sounds like a great time.
it is for me, at least. It may not be for you. But for me, it is an absolutely phenomenal time. So yes, it is a great way to. And then tomorrow, I'm going to be at Cafe 27 Saturday night. My man Larry Schlossberg, who runs Craig Zinn's Acura Pembroke Pines, has his own rock band, and it's called Doors Alive. And so they sing a lot of they do all doors.
Okay.
And actually their singer sounds like a little like Morrison and everything. So gonna go see that at Cafe 27 right off of 27th Avenue, Okeechobee Road. So I'll be there Saturday night, also rocking and rolling. So it's a rock and roll weekend for me, and then a little football sprinkled in.
Man, Big O, I'm glad you got your weekend all planned out. I'm gonna be home chilling. I'm gonna find some games on Saturday. I'm not gonna have nearly as much fun as you, that's for sure.
Oh, but no, you're definitely not. Now, are Dolphins going to have fun seeing Jalen Ramsey on the field, or is it going to be just on the sidelines? What does Safid Deen's gut say?
This was pretty funny last night, seeing Jalen Ramsey refute Adam Schefter's report, but then hold on. I mean, there's a chance I could play on Sunday, right? Jalen Ramsey, as long as I know him, he's barked like the loudest dog because he is a dog, in the biggest sense of the word, on the field and off the field. Look, Ramsey looks good. I'm still in the very much why rush it, but also I can understand why Ramsey would get some reps in this game. The Patriots receivers aren't that great. First of all, got Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne. All respect due to those guys, but they're not all world beaters like AJ.
Oh, he froze. Oh, okay. I thought he got muted because he's continuing to talk, or maybe my thing.
So I can see Jalen Ramsey getting some reps in this one.
Repeat everything.
We're back. All right, cool.
Repeat everything you just said. Go ahead. Start all over.
All right, cool. It was really funny to see Jalen Ramsey refute the report by Adam Schefter last night, but then come back and say there's a chance I could play. Hold on a second here. I've covered Jalen Ramsey since Florida State, and he's always the loudest dog to bark. That's for sure, and that's because he is a dog on and off the football field. I can see him coming back in this Patriots game, yes, but why rush it? Is still my point of view on it. Also, I was kind of talking to Cam Wolf about this. We don't know what the field condition is going to be like in Germany, for the game next week against the Chiefs, for him to make that, debut there too. We're always worried about what the field is like in every game. But mostly I know London was okay for the first game. I forgot where that was. I think it was, I forgot the first location of it, but the second one in Tottenham, the grass was horrible and players were complaining about it. So I'm not sure how it's going to be in Frankfurt, Germany right now. For him to play against the Chiefs, I can see him getting reps, but I honestly, I wouldn't rush this at all, man. I wouldn't rush that at all with Ramsey. I wouldn't rush Xavier coming back from a groin, although I'm sure he might play. And the same thing for Teron Armstead too, who we saw kind of walking around a little bit of practice this week as he's getting his rehab back. A-Chain is also getting his rehab back too. So I could see him playing, but I'll pump the brakes, man. There's really no rush. There's really no rush for Jalen Ramsey.
No, I agree. There is no rush, but what are you going to do?
You can't stop a locomotive.
Right. If the freak is advanced, like I told Cam earlier today, it makes sense to play him if you feel he's fine. It makes sense to hold him out for another week just to be precautionary on it. Plus, you don't really need him for the Patriots. It also makes sense to kind of get his feet wet a little bit in this game and then get him more prepared, for Mahomes the following week. In the end, bro, if he's medically cleared and the guy looks great out there and there's no soreness or no setbacks, what the hell are you going to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's going to have to play at some point, right? And that's kind of the bottom line of this. He's going to have to play at some point, and for him, getting game rep is the best opportunity for him to see how far he's back and what he needs to do. And I would rather have him have a game than go play the Chiefs than just go kind of play the Chiefs straight up his first game back from a meniscus tear. The thing that was really interesting to me, though, Big O, was that this Schefter report last night, Thursday Night Football, it's exactly 3 months, man. Exactly 12 months have passed since Jalen Ramsey first got hurt. And you think about his progression over these past 3 months, and you think about just in the last 2 weeks alone, him returning to practice and kind of dealing with some cuts, things like that. We don't know how much actual contact Jalen Ramsey's getting in practice. He's not wearing a red jersey, which is encouraging. But you don't know how many reps he's getting in 11-on-11 or 7-on-7 with the guys. I'm pretty sure he has some contact with them, just doing one-on-ones, things like that. But 11-on-11 contact is a little bit more different. So I'm not sure if he's ready to make tackles. If somebody's running towards him, he can make a tackle. I'm not sure if he's going to be shy about it or kind of apprehensive. You know what I mean? All those things are things you have to put in play here. As much as everybody wants to see Jalen Ramsey comes back, he has to feel 100%, and it's up to him to really feel that way or not.
Yeah, and listen, the way he sounds and the way he looks out there, it doesn't look like he's going to lack any kind of confidence, being out there. I think once he plays, he's going to feel, like you said, he's kind of that dog that barks. So if he feels good, he's going to go out there with a ton of confidence.
Yeah,
now,
definitely.
walk me through what's your gut tell you about X, about Connor Williams, about who else? Some of the other injuries there. Go ahead, go through them.
I mean, the injury list is pretty long this week. We still got to worry about Tyreek Hill and his hip, although he said he's good. He's going to play this week. He's going to play. Jalen Waddle has a back injury. Hopefully he's good to go on the other side.
Now, hey, listen. Now, if they double Tyreek and they kind of bracket his ass like they did last time, Waddle with the spasms, he's going to have to carry a little bit more of the load. And I'm a little concerned about that because obviously the spasm freaked him out a little bit last week and he left the field and the tough sumbitch came back and had that catch late in the game, which was, big. But, you got to worry a little bit about that because if they're going to try to take Tyreek away like they did last time, that will put more of the burden on Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, definitely. I could definitely see Jalen Waddle getting more of the burden because of all the things that you said. I could also see Cedric Wilson getting some increased, catches. He's been doing really well for them the last couple of weeks. Advancing the ball from them, getting some good possessions to advance the sticks. I could see Robbie Chosen playing in this game. I could see Braxton Berrios getting some, catches in this game too. Depending on Alec Ingold, I could even see a player or two for him. I can see them depending on the running game in this one. Jeff Wilson's itching to come back. You still have Ahmed. You still have Mostert as well, too. So I can definitely see this being a game where the Dolphins really spread the ball out around a lot more than just kind of focusing on Tyreek and everybody else falls into play here. But at the end of the day, the Dolphins have to come out of this, first of all, but they got to come out of it healthy. Maybe Connor Williams doesn't play an extra week. Maybe you rest X or play him limited fashion. Maybe you give some other guys some opportunities to play some more. We know Javon Holland probably is not going to play. He's probably going to be ruled out. Had a concussion or reported concussion symptoms. And so far, every player in the NFL that has reported a concussion during the week after a game has not played in the next game. So he's going to be down potentially, most likely. So you have some holes there. You have some holes, and you're hoping your depth can really come through and play for you in this game. And we'll see, man. Mike Medina is going to talk shortly after we're done here and give us some sort of report on who's going to be up and who's going to be down on Sunday.
Yeah, interesting.
I also think they're going to take Saturday
you
too.
Look at
sorry, yeah, I was saying
Saturday. What do you mean? What?
They're going to name guys questionable and decide on Saturday if they're going to go or not.
Okay. Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. Obviously, they can milk it, bro. I mean, they don't have to. They don't have. And plus, knowing McDaniel, he'll keep you still in the dark. Like, oh
Yeah.
well, we're still working through things. We'll test him out on game day and see
Yeah.
if he's ready to go and all that. And so he
Got to play the
will
mind game with
BS.
Belichick too, man. Got to play the mind game with that guy.
Right, yeah. And it'll be interesting to see how he counters what they did to Tyreek last time, because he's got to expect that that's going to come. Although the Gonzalez kid is not there. So that's going to also put a little bit more of a burden on the Patriots, because that now you're losing, talent there. Now the next guy up is not going to be as good as the rookie, who pretty impressive against Tyreek in the first go around.
You know who is there for New England? Good old J.C. Jackson from Week 1 against the Chargers. He's with the Patriots. He's going to be a corner. And, man, I don't know if you remember Week 1, but they put that poor guy on an island and they scored like 4 touchdowns on him. So if he hasn't had nightmares about that one, after that game, I'm pretty sure he's not sleeping well this week, knowing that Tyreek's going to be waiting for him this week as well.
He's not. The thing is, didn't JC have the injury last year? Didn't he have the knee injury?
He did have the ACL, yes.
So the ACL. So he's probably not. That's the thing. He's probably not himself yet.
Yeah, he's still probably working his way back. And more power to him. But hopefully he doesn't have to see Tyreek Hill this week, or maybe he will, and we know what's going to happen if he does.
Yeah. Brandon Jones must have made some progress. Real progress for Fangio to say that he's starting, with Holland out. That's I don't know if it's a desperation start or maybe he just feels that much more confident, but I think that's a lot of progress for Brandon Jones.
Yeah, definitely. When you look at how far his progression has come since training camp, we're talking about July, right? From July to October, you got to take some significant strides. He's got 7 weeks in the season where he's played in some sort of fashion after training camp. So is it a desperation one? I don't know. I guess it's more that they have him on the roster. He's there on the roster. Trade deadline's coming up in 4 days.
Who else would be the option?
Yeah, you're looking at Elliott. You're looking at whoever else on the back end there. Let me pull up the roster here. Elijah Campbell, Deshaun Elliott. You know what I mean? It's really just those two guys as safeties. Unless you're going to, put a nickel back there or something like that. Or Ramsey's going to come back and play safety.
Okay. I thought it would. That's right. I thought it would be. Right.
If anybody comes back, I mean, look, I think the Dolphins need to make a trade here for a safety, somebody on the back end to help them out. I'm not sure if linebacker is the way to go. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But I would think another safety would be great. The thing with the Dolphins here is you're getting Jalen Ramsey back. So in a mental standpoint, it kind of feels like a big trade already happened. You know what I mean? You're still waiting to see this guy on the field and what he can produce for you, because not only does Bradley Chubb know this defense, this is Jalen Ramsey's defense as well. It's kind of what he played with the Rams. And it's kind of what he's played most of his career too. So you're going to see we'll see if Jalen Ramsey's going to be in the nickel a little bit. I think he's going to be more more of a corner, actually on the boundary a little bit. But I would like to see the Dolphins get another secondary guy in at the deadline to see if they could really just have a veteran presence back there, somebody they can rely on a little bit more than Deshaun Elliott and Brandon Jones and who was the other guy that I just mentioned, and Elijah Campbell as well. All those guys have their roles in the special teams and playing sparingly in the secondary. Against the Eagles, you don't want those guys out there, but you had them out there.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, couldn't they have made the trade for Kevin Beard like these people did, like Philly did? Damn, dude, they got him for nothing.
Yeah, man. It's look, Howie Roseman is probably the best GM in the NFL because of all the trades he's made. You look at the Chauncey Gardner trade, what it did for them last year, got them to the Super Bowl, and I think they expect the same out of Kevin Byard this year too. Howie Roseman and that Tennessee GM, they have their numbers on this. They're on the same speed dial, man. I'm interested to see what the Titans do. I heard you speaking about Will Levis earlier, but yeah, I think Derrick Henry is going to be on the move at some point here in the next 4 days.
Aren't they not trading Derrick Henry and Dalvin Cook and Chase Young to Miami? No.
Dolphins need another running back, in my opinion. You know how I feel about this. But I don't think the Titans are going to trade in the AFC. It's just interesting to see who in the NFC will pony up for that. If I'm the Cowboys, I go get Derrick Henry. If I'm the Lions, I go get Derrick Henry.
The Ravens. The Ravens is actually the good one to get either Cook or Henry.
Yeah.
They need a back right now, actually. The Gus Edwards is their number one guy because they lost their number one back. So actually, they should be trading for either Derrick Henry or Dalvin Cook. One of the two.
They should, but I don't know. I don't know if Tennessee is going to trade in the conference like that.
Yeah. Well, they're not going anywhere.
And the thing about the Ravens too is Gus Edwards has been their number one running back for the past 3-4 years, man. So yes, they do need it. They do need another a big time player. Derrick Henry would change the pendulum a little bit for whatever team he does wind up with. I think he goes NFC. I think if the Cowboys pick him up, it'll be huge for them because they could kind of play Tony Pollard a little bit as a receiver out the backfield like they did last year with Zeke and had their success that way. They don't have that many weapons outside of, CeeDee Lamb. Brandon Cooks is okay, but it's different when you have Amari Cooper and Dalton Schultz and then you don't. I would like to see him go to Dallas, maybe Detroit. I don't know if there's any other NFC team out there I would like to see him on. But yeah, I don't think he gets traded to an AFC team.
Cotton, what do you think about him at left guard? Because he's going to play this week. He's going to be playing for a couple of weeks. Isaiah Wynn's going to be out for maybe the season, actually, because when he said a long road, it didn't sound very hopeful that Isaiah Wynn's going to come back. But go ahead.
Yeah, it didn't seem really hopeful for sure. I'll be honest, I haven't watched much of Lester Cotton, so I can't give you really full informed information on that. I'm interested to see what the rest of this line does because if Connor Williams isn't playing, you got Liam again. Then you have Lester Cotton. You already have who was it out?
Connor's playing. Connor's playing.
You hope he plays. If he can get another week on that groin, by all means, give it to him, right?
If he's practicing on a Thursday like he did, he practiced Wednesday and Thursday, just like Tyreek practiced yesterday. I'm sorry, you're playing, bro. You're playing.
Yeah, you gotta have to play, right?
Yeah, you're playing.
Especially if you're
and you're playing the Patriots who are going to do all kinds of funky shit to you. You better play your best, especially on the O-line because, you want to protect Tua. I think Connor plays for sure, dude. At least that's what I doesn't your gut say the same thing?
It would be nice to see him back for sure. I know he's been limited in practice this week. We'll see if he ramps up the full today. That would probably be the best indicator if he does play or not. But you're right, Big O. These guys have to play. If you're close enough to play, you got to play. And also, you get some chemistry coast back. And who knows, maybe you put Eichenberg at left guard. All right, I'm just kidding there. I was just kidding there.
Yeah, I think you gotta go with Cotton. Give him I like Cotton because he can maul people. Now I know he struggles in pass pro. That's his thing. But Kendall's done a solid job, and if you get Connor back, then you've got like a really nice, rooks, surrounding him. You know what I mean? If you play chess, you know what I'm talking about. So you got like these nice rooks right around him to kind of help him out a little bit. I'm interested to see how that kid develops because to me, the road grading part is something that you need to teach in today's league. Whereas pass pro is more normal now in offensive line play. And I think you can teach that a lot better. But being able to maul the guy in front of you, I think that's almost a luxury in today's game, to be quite honest.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and how McDaniel plays offense is, RPO. There's a lot of RPO plays there for sure. And then you have the you have the opportunity for the lineman to kind of get too far downfield if it's not a run play. So kind of being able to differentiate all of that is important as well in live game action.
All right, what's the prediction? What do you got happening on Sunday?
Man, I need to pull up my score. I had a great score prediction for this game here. Obviously, I got the Dolphins winning in this one. What's my score here? Put it up here. Dolphins 34-23. Maybe I gave the Dolphins too much points. You're laying the 9. Yeah, I laid it down, man. I think it's gonna probably be a run game. Tua's gonna have some big plays. They'll probably bury them pretty early. But I could also see this being kind of a close game. The Dolphins need to wake up in the second half for it, and they kind of win a close one. I'm hoping for the points, though.
Yeah, I hope you're right, but I think they don't win by the points. I think they win, but I think it's like a 3, 4, 5, 6 point game. I
Yeah.
think it's just within a score that they stay in. I just think I give the old man credit on defense. I may start. I've lost respect for him as a head coach since he can't win with anything outside of Brady. But defensively, Belichick is still one of the best, bro.
Nobody can win outside of Brady. All right.
But you got to do something else, bro. You got to be able to get to the playoffs and do other things with other quarterbacks. You got to show me something, bro. You know, Andy Reid changed teams.
This is what he'll show you. This is what he'll show you, man. This is what he'll show you, and he'll say, "I have 3 times more than Andy Reid does."
Yeah, I know, but you got it only with one guy. So that's my problem.
Who cares?
Yeah, no, I get it, but I'm more impressed with Andy Reid than I am Belichick. I'm more impressed with Don Shula than I am with Belichick. I'm more impressed with Joe Gibbs than I am with Belichick. Belichick showed me he can win, but only with one guy. He didn't do anything else. You know, that's like Eric. What happens if Eric Spoelstra only wins with the big 3 and can't prove that he can win with other teams? And then he just
doesn't matter. He already won.
Yeah, but it'll be kind of like, you were just carried. Whereas he's done other things with all kinds of other teams where they've won, gone to the playoffs, gone to the conference finals, gone to the NBA finals. You know what I mean? That's
winning.
Super impressive.
That's winning.
That's what I need to see. With Shula, you won it with a couple teams, but then you made it back with 2 backup quarterbacks in Woodstock, and then you made it back with Marino. That shows me that you made it with 3 different teams.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs has 3, Don Shula has 2, and Andy Reid just has 2. Right?
Joe Gibbs has the greatest accomplishment of all head coaches.
Yeah.
Andy
Reid just
3
got
titles, 3 different quarterbacks. None of them Hall of Famers.
Andy Reid just got his 2nd one, so all 3 of those coaches are now 7 and 6 if you combine them over Belichick. Yeah, so for a really long time, Belichick is better than all 3 of those guys combined. No, now he's just trailing by 1 by those 3.
I get it. I just I gotta see you do something different, bro. I gotta see you do it with another group of players. All right, follow him on Twitter at Safid_Deen. What are you working on the USA Today?
Yeah, I might go to Dolphins today and see if Jalen Ramsey is gonna speak some more, bark some more at us. But I don't think so. I don't think they activate him until maybe Saturday. If they do, obviously we're gonna have to see what Mike McDaniel says. Good thing we got Tyreek yesterday saying I'm good for Sunday. Yeah, man, I'll be at the game on Sunday checking them out, and looking forward to joining you post game as well, Big O.
You got it. An early post game. Thank the Lord.
Yes.
Safid, catch you on Sunday, my friend. Appreciate you as always. Thank you.
Have a good one. Enjoy your weekend, Big O.
I definitely will. Be good, my friend.
You too.
We will rock out this weekend. Thank you, Safid Deen. There we go. USA Today. Check out his work there and his podcast, by the way. He does an excellent job. There you go. All right. And, of course, call our friends at baptisthealth.net/ortho, folks. And when we talk about Baptist Health, if you have an injury that's keeping you from doing what you love, take charge of your health and get back into the game with the help of the all-pro staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. And we have locations from Monroe County all the way to Palm Beach County. So check it out. The staff at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is comprised of highly specialized, board-certified, and fellowship-trained orthopedic physicians, supported by advanced practice providers and athletic trainers, all of whom play a vital role in the patient's experience. BaptistHealth.net/ortho.